Good morning, everyone. How you guys doing? This is David here with another trading stream. You know, I figured I'd do this one before the live show. When I was driving to the studio this morning, Bitcoin was sub 109, seeing a little bit of a bounce. Actually, the 10-minute just printed a entry signal. As you can see here, we have our anchor wave and our trigger wave confirmed. So this was an entry. The problem here, though, is in order for us to make money, we're going to have to go super, super high leverage. So what I'm going to do, because this one should have been entered at 109.1, we're going to go ahead and we're going to wait. We're going to see if we can tap the top end of this range again, which, as you can see here, this range we've been in. Again, this is on the 10-minute. This is going back to 11 p.m. Pacific time last night. All right, Bitcoin's kind of been bouncing around this range. So we're going to keep our eye out on this 10-minute, right? Just kind of range bound. We're going to keep our eye out on this top range. And we're going to see if we can get into a short, depending on what we see on some of our indicators. And so we're targeting around 109.8 for a short. Take that thing back down to like 108.9, 108.8. So waiting to see if that trade will play out. We can put that trade in. 1 hour. I was looking at the 1 hour on BTC here. And as you can see, let me hide that real quick. Pretty tight bands on the 1 hour, my friend. So we're going to get a break. Whether it's going to be a break to the upside or downside remains to be seen. We did tap the bottom end of that Bollinger Band right here. Looks like we were going to break to the downside, but we're seeing a little bit of a recovery. So let's take a peek at market cipher B on the 1 hour time frame. Let me get rid of some of these brush strokes. Hope you guys are having a great morning. We are going to still do the live show, normal scheduled time, in about 2 hours. So I wanted to run this thing, see if we can catch any trades. You see a little bit of volatility this morning. Let's take a look at market cipher B. You can see our momentum indicators are struggling. VWAP bearish crossover. Red dot. Money flow looks like it's heading back up, but yeah, money flow giving us a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders here also, so should break to the upside. But if we go out to the lower, let's split that time frame in half. Let's go to the 30 minutes, see what the 30 minute tells us. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can load. Don't do this to me, charts. All right, so I'll wait for the, there we go. Okay, so that's the, okay, so here's the 30. 30 tells us there's some momentum to the upside. 30 minute gave us a, well, not quite an anchor trigger wave setup. But we got close. And then if you go down to the 15 minute, 15 definitely gave us that anchor wave trip. So lower time frames, the super lower time frames are telling us this break is going to have it to the upside. But again, I don't trust that we're going to break the top end of this range. I bet you we tap the upper Bollinger Band here at 109.8 and start to trend down. Let's throw on. Oh, by the way, someone asked me about my VRVP. They DM'd and asked about this indicator here. And so, yeah, it's a VRVP, and I'll actually go into my settings and you can screenshot, because I did put different inputs in. So screenshot this. I forget what your name is, but screenshot. This is kind of what I have mine set at, row size 240. I don't think I touched the value area volume. And then here's your style, what I have on and what I have off. And then so feel free to use that if you'd like to. Tons of volume coming in here, guys. Right at where we're at now. As you can see here, this fairly large volume node. And so just tons of choppy price action happening here for BTC. I do expect a break one way or another. My bet is, if I'm a betting man, My bet is that break happens to the downside. And in fact, let's check on some liquidations. 9 million over the last 1 hour. Favoring the long. So the shorts are the ones getting liquidated. Let's take a look at the liquidation heat map. 24 hour. $108.1. You see, it's just. Let's go to the 3-day. We're like stuck between these. We're stuck between these two high level liquidations. So one sitting at 75 million at 110.3. We got another big one here. This is around 87 million at 108.1. And Bitcoin just chopping sideways. Excuse me. So again, lower time frames. Too late to enter this long. You can see 10 minutes starting to clip on the momentum oscillators. In fact, it's giving us a little bit of a bear flag here that should take us to the downside, but we want to wait to hit the top end of that range. Let me throw that beautiful rectangle back on. $109.78. In fact, let's put in a limit order, and we'll just keep our eye out. $109.780. 47x. Who the hell was doing for? Oh, that was me. We'll do 30x on this one. Okay, we got one there. Let's do the same here. Let's go 30x on this one. Okay, so we got our two limit short orders in. 109. Where's Bitcoin at? 109.0. 109.202 is where the price is. So we might not even hit the top end of this range. I'm hoping we do. If we do, I expect another push to the downside. Although, checking for some divergence there. Okay, so 10 minutes rolling over on the momentum indicators. So is the 5 minute. So is the 3 minute. 3 minute, we just got a bearish VWAP crossover, and 3 minute money flow just went into the red. So the overall trend is bearish, obviously. 109.225, Bitcoin holding steady. You can see on the 3 minute time frame, Bitcoin struggling to regain that cloud. We did get a bullish crossover though on the moving averages. 9-day crossed above our 26-day. Now the cloud, I do like to use it more as far as the moving average crossovers on the higher time frames, but yeah. David Kingston said he's at work wiring suits and tuning in. Let's go. How you doing, brother? Sol 175. Yeah, I think it is possible. We'll take a look at the Salon chart. And then Dad bought a hustle. Vanguard is buying crypto. Very interesting. I'm happy you brought that up. We'll be talking about that on the live show, on the morning show. Pretty big. Second largest. Vanguard is the second largest asset manager in the world, only behind BlackRock. And you guys know when Bitcoin ETF came out, they were extremely against it, saying we're not going to offer it because, well, it doesn't make money. All right, they don't have a gold ETF because it doesn't provide, I forget the terminology they use, but pretty much the money doesn't work for you, essentially is what they say. Let's draw our fibs here and see. Looks like we're tapping that gold pocket on a retrace. Some confluence there with the top end of our cloud. This is again on the 3-minute time frame. Let's go to the 15-minute. 15 minutes struggling to break above our cloud again. Let's see, just tapping the top end of that. And let's check market cipher on the 15. Let's also check market cipher A on the 15. And this one looks like it's going to turn into a bear flag. We're right there. The 50 is currently breached, but we're right there. 109,333. Shout out to the crypto lifers. Shout out to Sammy Price, crypto lifer. Love that guy. Great dude. So I don't. Oh man, I was really hoping we'd tap the top end of that range and get a short here, man. Ooh, blue triangle just printed on the 10-minute all market cipher. All right, what does that mean? That means the previous trend is slowing down. It's about to reverse. You can see here, right? Uptrend, triangle, down, right? You have the kind of the same thing here. Price moving up, triangle, go down, price moving up, triangle, although this took a few more candles to play out, but ultimately it fell to the downside. Little bit of a, let me clean this up. Let's get rid of this. I mean, if you're like hunting for a potential positive, this is a pretty ugly, I don't even know if I'd say this is a inverse head and shoulders, but you do have your low, took out the previous low, and then now you created a higher low, but there's just no momentum. There is no momentum in the favor of the bulls. A little more clear here on the 15-minute time frame. But again, it's not, to me, it's not something that I would feel comfortable entering into a long trade on. Let's take a peek at some of the altcoins. I was taking a look at CoinMarketCap. Let's take a look at the top 24 hours. XPL, it's another Binance coin. Binance ecosystem has been running. That's up 44% while the rest of the markets are down. This is a platform for stable coins. I was briefly looking into that. Aether is up. Hyperliquid up as well. MYX Finance is up. And then I thought Aster. Oh, I thought Aster was up more. Aster's up only 0.36%. This might be a good long. Let's take a look at a Aster chart. Trading viewers in my computer is moving really slow today. There we go. Let's work the hour on Aster. Let's see the hour. Ooh. Aster with the trend reversal candle. Call this big bear flag. $2 is the top end of that range. Also, what I want to do is $207. We'll see if we can get a little bit of a rally up to 207. I don't know if we will. This thing might break after hitting, maybe it gets back up to $2 again. If it gets up to $2, I'm potentially interested in putting in a short position here on Aster. Money flow in the red. These are kind of in no man's land. Let's go down to the 30-minute here. See if we can identify anything on the 30-minute. Oversold on the 30-minute on the RSI. VWAP is heading down, but we do have a little bit of a triple bottom here. Let's throw on. Coming into a massive volume node right here at $1.95. Currently in the cloud on the 30-minute, trading above our 26 and our 9-day. Man, trading view is very slow today. $15-minute looks like it's putting in a bull flag pattern. So 15-minute looks fairly bullish. If $1.91 holds, we should see another push to the upside. Let's check market cipher B. You see that little M there on these momentum indicators. VWAP -10, money flow in the green still. See if we're seeing any money flow shift on the lower time frames. 5-minute money flow is still green. 3-minute money flow is still green, but trending down. You can see the momentum indicators are starting to fall over on the 1-minute, or excuse me, on the 3-minute. 1-minute looks like it's seeing a little bit of a recovery. 5-minute, 10-minute rolling over. 15-minute, same thing on the 15. 30. 30's clipping as well. $1.95. I'm curious, are you guys in any trades? Those of you watching, are you guys in any trades? What's up, Daniel? What did Smash Satoshi said? Cycle took too long, money flowing out. I don't know, man. I don't know if money's flowing out. I think it's a lot of different things. I think the whole Pete Hegseth and them calling in all their generals. I think that kind of spooked people, and then the whole Russia. We're gonna shoot. They're gonna shoot all the Russian things down. 109.07 is where Bitcoin is currently at. Let's take a peek at what do we want to look at? I wanted to look at I want to look at Tau. Let's look at Tau. BitTensor, in my opinion, is so undervalued. You have a 4 hours showing us 4 hours telling us there's more downside on BitTensor. My opinion, BitTensor at sub $300 is probably the most undervalued project in the top 50, top 75. Where's BitTensor at? Let's check BitTensor. Where's BitTensor? I think it's like number 37 is where BitTensor is. Sub 297. Okay, so if this thing does break, where can we expect BitTensor to go? Let's find some high time frame support levels for BitTensor. I'm telling you, man, when this thing breaks, when this thing breaks, it's going to be so beautiful. I mean, just take a look at this, right? Stay falling. Call it a bull flag. Call it a falling channel. We're at the bottom end of this, so 4-hour daily tells us this has been in a downtrend for a while. Let me get rid of my volume range here. We should catch some support here. You can see the last time BitTensor came down here and tested this region, the bottom end of this trend line, was around 320, 325. We chopped sideways for a decent amount of time. Let's see how long we chopped sideways for. For about 18 days, and then BitTensor rallied to the top end of this range. Around 37% rally. But that was when market conditions were definitely better. This was back in June. And so this thing should break to the upside, right? And that measured move for BitTensor should be a break and a rally to around 474. That's what we should get. Will we get it? I don't know. Could we see something similar to what we saw back here in June? Price comes out, we see a little bit of a deviation, and then we come right back in potentially. For this one, I'll be interested in using my Bollinger Bands, and we are currently trading below our lower Bollinger Band, and so that deviation, not usually, all the time, we revert back and we make our way back into those bands. And so if we get any further divergence, I will be interested in doing a long. I'm just very cautious about doing long. Dude, TradingView is taking a shit today. This is terrible. Kind of working my way down the time frames. I literally walked into the studio and I was like, we're going live. What's up, Papa? How you doing? Daniel Kaufman, the AVAX man. 1 hour. And I got my Heikinashi candles here. Let's go back to regular. See, we're seeing that. I mean, look, lower time frames are seeing that bounce. Okay. You know, I'm curious. Where is Bitcoin dominance? Bitcoin officially under 109. Bitcoin dominance looks like it's found its local top. It's on the daily. Just curious. I mean, 108.4. We should see a bounce at 108.4. I'll be interested in seeing how. I mean, look at this candle. We took out 110.7, which was a very important level. As you can see, going all the way back to May of this year, we teetered there. Essentially, had a triple top, little bit of a flag, and then we had that massive rally to the upside. On the way down, we caught support. Bear flag broke. On the way back up, we retested it as support. Resistance, claimed it, and then kind of chopped sideways, and then we're off to the races. And we lost that in one daily candle. So not what you want to see for strength. And we could be coming into another similar kind of pattern where we had this. If 1083 holds, we come into potentially another bear flag. This is on the high time frame on Bitcoin on the daily. If that doesn't hold, we are more than likely, and I'm just curious, going down to 105.8, this orange line right here, 105.8, if 108.3 does not hold. Man, I really destroyed this chart. Okay, there we go. Let's get rid of that. Let's check in on the 10-minute. Should see a bounce at 108.8. Okay, so the original idea was to short 109.8. I don't know. Doesn't look like we're going to get there. So what do we look for next? We look next to long 108.8, which currently is exactly where our lower Bollinger Band is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cancel these limit orders for the long. We'll revisit those potentially. But now we're targeting 108.850 for a potential long. Although it is a lot more risky in the current market conditions to long a support level versus shorting a important resistance level on any time frame. But we're still looking to make money. Look at that. Cleared the 50, but came right back down. Currently sitting at the 236. Measuring the move from 108.8 up to 109.843. Again, you guys, pretty tight range. So if we do enter into a trade, it's going to we're gonna throw some big leverage behind it. So we'll see how that works out. Also, if you got any questions in the chat, let me know. If you want me to look at something, also let me know. Papa said, are you holding memes like cock? I'm holding memes, not a lot. I'm not holding cock. Cocky new. My biggest meme positions are Pengu, Snek. I wouldn't call, a lot of people call tokens like Sire a meme. I don't call it a meme, so I'm not gonna. And very minuscule of other ones. But Snek and Pengu are my biggest meme holds. Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable. I used to have a lot more memes. I've kind of rotated those profits into my longer term plays. And so to answer your question, I don't have any cocky new. I am bullish on the AVAX ecosystem though. I'm very bullish on Arena. I think Arena might be, let's actually take a look at Arena. I think Arena might be getting ready for a nice little move. Whoa. Holy shit. Let's look at Dex tools. So this one's a $6.5 million market cap. I would equate this to, as far as a thesis, social, community, and a little bit of a pumped out fund looks like. So this is a very important level, and well, that level was lost, and it's attempting to be reclaimed right now. This thing should break to the upside. And so if you're an arena holder, can we actually, is that on any of these? I highly doubt it is. Nope. Let's see if it's on. Nope. Okay, so it's not on any of the platforms I use to trade. If you do have it on a platform you're looking to trade or that you trade on, I think Arena looks like it's about to break to the upside. This is a very key level, or at the very least, if you've been looking to potentially hold some spot Arena, if I were looking to buy and accumulate, this would be a level I'd be eyeing, the current blue line level, which is where price currently is right now. So you can see the importance of this level. And if you're not familiar, this is like the social app, the social DApp on AVAX, very similar to like Friend Tech. It's got some similarities to Pump.Fun, although it's not one-to-one identical. And it's an AVAX ecosystem. So if you think AVAX ecosystem is going to rally and benefit from inflows and the price action it's had, Arena, in my opinion, is a great ecosystem play. And so, yeah, so if you're looking to add to your spot, or if you're looking for a trade setup and it's available on an exchange you trade, I'm interested in a potentially a long. I would advise to wait for a breakout and a retest. If we get that retest of 7638, then with volume, I'd be interested in doing a long. Okay, Solana, that's what we're going to look at. Solana. It says, can Solana get to 176? I'm pretty sure that was the level that we had on our, I forget what level that was. Oh yeah, that was our 786 level on this. We drew our fit from 156 up to 253. You can see Gold Pocket is currently holding, but beware. Talked about this yesterday. We did have a little bit of an M pattern, so we expected this downside move. But we're catching some support at our Gold Pocket. I would advise you to be careful, though, because this more than likely, unless market conditions shift, is going to turn in to a bear flag, with 205.38 being a level to keep your eyes on. That is our 50% fib level. On the move down from, or excuse me, on the move up from 156.80 to 253.96. So keep your eye on that level. Again, you just gotta, this is how I trade. I identify the overall trend and I go with that trend, right? They say don't fight the trend. So if the overall trend is bearish, I try to look for resistance levels to short. Now, it doesn't mean I won't take some longs if the numbers are screaming, right? Long, long, long. And vice versa, I'm looking to long supports if the overall trend is bullish. You're seeing across the board, not just on Bitcoin, but on multiple altcoins, the overall trend is bearish. And so just keep that in mind. So for Solana, we're going to be looking for a potential short at 205.38. Again, unless something changes in the overall crypto landscape or even in Solana. Okay, so let's get rid of those. Let's work our way down the time frames on Solana. And let's see. Four hour at that 205 level, man. Again, 205. Well, that's our 236 level, right? Wick down here. Fell right through. And then 4 hours definitely flagging right now. Bear flag. Will it get as high as 205? I don't know. Potentially. But again, looking for a short at 205. Let's look at some of our market cipher indicators. Deep red money flow. VWAP and the momentum indicators, though, are looking fairly well. Looks like our momentum indicators are putting in higher lows, which is good. VWAP put in a higher high, which is also good. But our money flow keeps extending to the downside. Let's check market cipher A. Let's work our way down the time frames. See if anything jumps out at us. I mean, look at this, bro. When I tell people, whatever money you spend on market cipher A, you're gonna make it back if you understand the indicators and use them correctly. I mean, take a look at this reversal signal, bro. It doesn't get more picture perfect than that. On the literal candle where the local top was, and this thing fell 12%. You could have easily, the money you spent on getting Market Cipher, you would have made that money back. And they're not even, Market Cipher isn't even a channel sponsor, it's just a badass indicator. You would have made your entire lifetime fee back, and then now you're rolling Market Cipher for free. Oh man. Yeah. So anytime you see this, whatever trend previously was going into that indicator flashing, there is a reversal of that said trend coming. And well, that one proved right. 1 hour. Momentum indicators look good. Money flow looks like it's starting to recover, although it's still deep in the red, minus 33. Excuse me, minus 23. And then if we check the micro time frames, 30 minutes and below, see if we see any bullish divergence on the 30-minute. Yeah, just a tiny bit, right? You have a lower low and a smidge of a higher low. That is a bullish divergence on the 30-minute time frame for Solana. So for this one, again, for me at least, I'm not looking at that as an opportunity or a signal to long. I'm looking at that as an opportunity to short at that 205.38 level on Solana. Bitcoin teetering at 109.1. Let's go back and check the Bitcoin chart. Let's go down to the 10-minute. Also, if you're going to be joining us for the morning show, put a 1 in the chat. We start in about an hour and 20 minutes. Bro, what is taking so long? Come on. Ooh, blood diamond on the 10-minute for BTC. $108.8, 108.810. Anyone want to guess what my coffee order is? I'll give you 20 bucks. Guess what my coffee order is? Exactly written on here. I'll give you 20 bucks. Okay. 5-minute on market cipher B. Well, money flow, U-turn. It's about to cross the downside. Beep. We can clear this right here. We can clear that 32. And get above this on the momentum waves. That's a 5-minute. Let's check the 3-minute. Three-minute gave us a anchor trigger wave long entry. Green dot on market cipher A. This is again the super low time frame, the 3-minute. We're probably going to hit the top end of this range. We're probably going to hit that gold pocket. 109.448. This is on again on the very, very low time frame. You know, I used to make so much money trading options when we were range bound like this. So easy. Very easy. Okay. Cold brew with 4 pumps, dolce cinnamon, syrup, and extra creamer. Nope, that's not it. It's got to be coffee, milk, ice. Nope. It's not. It's not. It's a drink from Starbucks. Okay. Let's check the bubbles. Let's see if we can see any reversal on the 1 hour. 1 hour, okay. 1 hour. 1 hour, we're seeing a little bit of a reversal. AVAX up 1.9%. Hype up 2.4%. BitTensor up 1.4%. Aster. Let's check back on Aster. Aster. Has anyone used Aster, by the way? Is that is this something you guys have used and like? I haven't used it. A lot of people are very bullish on it. Gold pocket shit up. Yep, and we're getting that rejection. The word out of my mouth. It's just see a rejection here on the gold pocket, which we are volume dropping. This is on the 5-minute time frame for Aster. Money flow expanding, though. Money flow expanding, as is the VWAP, as are the momentum indicators. So we probably will blow through this, and we'll be targeting $1.99. And I'd be interested in shorting this at around $2.02, $2.03. Oh, I got a DM from my friend Butler. Butler from Virtuals. Key token insights. Smart money net outflow, 1.3 million in wires. Developer moved 84K wire, upcoming unstaking. Oh, this is good stuff, man, because I have a pretty large position in wire. Crypto says both on Tether integration and agenda commerce. Interesting. Have you guys gotten the a DM from our friend Butler? Very curious if you have. Okay, let's go here. I'm gonna check. We got 58 viewers, 44 likes. Hit the like button, and also make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Prognos said, "I too like my sugar with coffee and cream." Actually, does that? It's one of the lower sugar ones. We look at Link. Sean, yes, have a look at Link. Aster glowing right through that gold pocket here on the way back up. Aster's one you got to be careful, man. A lot of manipulation, a lot of concentrated supply. You don't want to get stuck. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at Link. If you're a Link holder, you just have to be willing to set it and forget it, bro. You just have to. If you have Link, you're gonna absolutely destroy yourself if you try to follow price action every day. You are going to destroy your mental health. Okay, Link. Catching a bounce at our gold pocket. $20 seems to be a very, very strong support level for Link. If we lose the $20 level, the next level on this fib retracement is 786, which let's go back and see if there's any confluence there. I'm a buyer of Link at $20, my friends. I really am. You guys know I'm a big chain link bull. Let's throw a horizontal on top of this 786. And let's make this one. Let's make it yellow. Okay. We're going all the way back. So this was back in February of last year. This 786 level, right? Held once, held twice, consolidated. Retest, fail. Break above, fail. Okay. On the way up. Originally got rejected, reclaimed. It came back on a retest on a wick, and then, well, it went on a massive rally. Retest, consolidation, fall through, attempt, fail, attempt again, fail. So what am I trying to say? $18 is a very important level, and it coincides with our 786 fib level on this move from $15.42 up to our $28, I guess you can call it local high. The high we have from last December was around $30. And so if you're not a buyer at 20, be a buyer at $18.05. But again, Link is one I don't really trade a lot. I've traded Link a few times. I've lost money on it. It just goes sideways, and then I don't know. So I'm not a big fan of trading Link. I'll do it if there's like a glaring like, hey, take this trade now. But Link is one I'll just buy it and hold it, man. And I know people are getting sick and tired of hearing, oh, it's so bullish and this is happening and that's happening, but they don't see it in the price action. I just tell people, remain not only optimistic, but dude, TradingView is tripping out today, bro. What is going on? Remain patient, my friends, because it'll pay off. There's no way it doesn't pay off unless there's some shady shit happening underneath the hood of that car, which I don't think it is. If it's working with Swift and DTCC, I don't think it is. 4 hour looks good. Money flow, we need to get that back in the green. Let's check the 15 minute. Let's see if we got a money flow is green on the 15 minute. Let's check the 1 hour. Give me some green money flow on the 1 hour. Not green money flow on the 1 hour. What about the 30 minute? 30 minute, no. So it looks like the lower time frames are turning as far as money flow is concerned. We want to see that money flow enter the green on the higher time frames, specifically the 1 hour. Let's get rid of this. Okay, 21 minute, broke above the cloud. Positive retest. And we are trending up. Now, the important level here, let's actually throw on our volume range as well. There we go. All right, where do we have a large volume node? We have a couple. One is, I wouldn't say large, but around $21. Then we have a massive gap. And then the big one, my friends, is $21.77. Getting a phone call. Hey, you're on speaker and I'm live right now. So whatever you say, the people watching are going to hear what's going on.
Why are you live?
Because I'm doing a trading show.
Oh, well, then never mind. I had questions.
Okay. All right. I'll call you later.
Bye.
Bye. Ashley says hi, by the way. Ashley said hi. People, someone got mad at me when I did that one time. I'm sorry, bro. You call me live. You want me to answer? This is what you get. Chainlink looks good. Chainlink looks good. See if we're seeing any reversal on the lower time frames. We're not. Money flow is expanding. This is a 3 minute. 3 minute looks great. Blew through this big volume node. Blew through this one as well. We are tapping that premium zone here on Lux Algo, though. Just one thing to note. And then I was seeing if we caught any gaps on the way down, which it doesn't look like we did. Let's get rid of our VRVP. Look at this beautiful. Oh, that was not a beautiful drawing. Well, I don't know if I call it beautiful, but a little bit of a W pattern retrace. Here's another, for those of you that are maybe new to trading, or maybe are looking for another kind of stronger, not an indicator, but a stronger showing on the chart. What the fuck is the word I'm looking for, bro? So, W flag, okay? Big move to the downside. You mark a bottom. You fail to take out that high. You come back down. Now, this could essentially be a double bottom, or you can put in a higher low. You come back, you test the previous high that the downtrend started at, and then you come into a flag pattern and then the breakout, and you trade that breakout. That is a very high probable long trade setup. The opposite is also true when you see the M pattern at the top of an uptrend. And then coming into a bear flag, we saw that on, I think it was a daily on H bar. Let me just verify that. Was it the daily on Hedera? Uptrend, high, right? Higher low. We fail to take this high. We create a lower low, and now we're looking for that flag and then another break to the downside. $18.54 is what we're looking at. And so price is moving up, or excuse me, after a big downtrend, W coming in, bull flag. You can either trade the move up to the bull flag. I would recommend waiting for that flag to form, the breakout, and then trade that. You'll lose out on a little bit of profit, right? You're not giving yourself as much runway, but it's going to be a more high, what's the fucking word I'm looking for, man? High probability trade. Or you can long the second bottom or short the second top on the W or the M pattern respectively. But then again, it's not a confirmed pattern. And so you run the risk of that pattern just ultimately failing. But it's something you can do, and it's very simple. You can work that on the high or the low time frames. So yeah. All right, that'll do it for the trading show, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. I know been a little kind of morning, afternoon with the trading show. That is why I tell people, until we figure out a set schedule, just put your notification on, subscribe to the channel. That way you'll get that 30-minute going live in 30 minutes notification on YouTube, and you'll know to join us. But it'll be around 3. I'm working my way up to 5 times a week. There's been a lot of changes with our streaming, our schedule, our uploads. So just bear with us, but we're going to continue to bring you guys some badass content. Join us for the morning show in about 1 hour. We'll be focusing more on some news. With that being said, guys, I love you very much. Thank you. And I'll see you in an hour. Peace.